everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to our, third week for Halloween in August. And you know, when you think about Halloween, if you're a kid, you think about candy. And when I was a kid and we'd go trick-or-treating, we'd always go to the houses that gave out big candy bars because that was the coolest place to be. Of course, when I was a kid, back in the dark ages, you know, Halloween was a little bit different. Our neighbors made popcorn balls, homemade popcorn balls, and candy apples, and that kind of thing. And, you know, certainly they don't do that today. And we're not even really sure what Halloween's going to look like this year. So I'm making a couple of cute little things for my grandchildren and my other grands to give them for Halloween. And what we're going to be using today to do this is some gauze. And we're using this little pumpkin kit here from the Dollar Tree. So not only this Halloween, this is also a Dollar Tree project because it's all from Dollar Tree. We're going to be using some of this sticker paper from the Dollar Tree. And we're going to be using some black cardstock. Now I am using a little bit heavier cardstock. We're going to be using some little eyeballs. And you might know where I'm going with this. And let's see what else. And that's about it right now. And the silver metallic marker. And I'll show you why in a minute. So what we're going to do, oh, and you're going to need some Scotch tape. So the first thing we're going to do is take some tape. And we're going to fold back our little candy bar so that it's not sticking out. You don't want this part to hang out. Okay. And then I cut my paper already. I measured this, pre-measured this to 5.5 by 6. And we don't really need this much paper, but I'm going to show you, we're going to cut some of it off. So basically, I just take my black paper. Y'all, it's so easy. I probably shouldn't show you, but I got a little something extra that I added to it to make it a little bit more special. Just going to take a piece of tape and tape it down, and then roll it over. Okay, and pull it tight. And then this is the best way I could do it. Just roll that over. Put my trimmer on here. And slice it off. And then we have pretty perfect edge. Maybe just a little bit, tiny bit more. Okay. So then we're just going to use our Scotch tape. We're not even going to use glue. You can use glue dots if you want to, but it's not really necessary. And I'm just going to put tape on the back of that to hold that shut. Now, I saw this idea from Pinterest. It wasn't with the candy bars. It was with toilet paper rolls. And I thought, well, you know, I bet I could do that with a candy bar. And so that's where this was born, out of a toilet paper roll craft. So what we're going to do now is take a couple of these little eyeballs. And these also came from the Dollar Tree. And I have to tell you, these things are a little staticky. Now, in this little pumpkin kit, they had 2 great big eyeballs. Well, of course, I didn't want that big of an eyeball on a candy bar. But they also had these little glue dots. And these little glue dots are the perfect size for these little eyeballs to stick out a little bit. So we are going to put the eyeball onto the sticky pop-up dot to make our little eyeball stand out a little bit. Perfect size. And just put where you want to put them. I'm going to go down about right there. And then get the other one. These things got a lot of static electricity in them. Which is really kind of creepy when you're bringing them home. And I was emptying them out. And I had little googly eyes popping all over the place. It was just kind of weird. They were like moving on their own and flying across the the little box and out of the bag, and it was weird there for a minute. Okay, so now I got that one on. And I'm going to just kind of proportionately place it down. Okay, so now we got a little googly eyes. Now what we're going to do is take our little gauze, and I'm going to start in the back. Yes, I am covering up the eyes, but we're going to fix it. I'm going to start in the back. I'm just going to place a little piece of tape. You can use glue if you want to, but I'm just going to use a piece of tape for right now and hold that down. Start at the top. And then wind this up. And we're going to cover the entire black paper surface. Okay. And then grab our little scissors and cut this off. Well, not these scissors, because these scissors won't cut hot butter. Okay. So you can get about 2 to 3 candy bars out of each little roll. I don't know why it's so dark in here. Got my little halo light going on here. I don't know what's going on with it. Okay. So I'm going to take this down again. Like I said, you can put glue, but I have little grandchildren, and so I'd rather not put glue on there. Alright, now, here's the fun part. You are going to have to use glue for this. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Okay, you're going to pull this little part down here, and we're going to glue it down. And I'm going to use Fabri-Tac because it'll evaporate. And we're just going to pull a little piece of it down. Stick it down like that. Then we're going to pull this piece up. Like he's peeking out. So we're going to pull that up and we're going to glue that down. Like that. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Just like that, is it not? Like I said, I don't do a lot of Halloween, so this has presented a challenge for me, which I really have found myself enjoying it. Now, just down here where the mouth might be, we're going to pull this up just a little bit. I shall pull down here. And we're going to pull this little piece back where we glue the eyeballs. It's almost time for a refill. Okay, we're going to hold both these pieces down till they dry. And then we're going to pull this little piece back, like so, give him a little crooked mouth. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just going for the haunted, scary look. Except I think he's more cute than scary. Okay. So I'm going to hold that just for a second. Okay, so isn't he cute? Little mummy candy bar. I think that's so cute. So what I did, then, put all this aside, I got another piece of paper that was, I think, 8.5 by 5 3/4. Okay. And I need my scoreboard here. And we're going to put it on the short side here first. And we're going to give this a score at 3/4 of an inch. And then flip it around. It's just easier to do it like this. 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Then we're going to flip it on the long side. And we're going to score it at 2 3/4. Okay. And that's what we need. Now, before we burnish our score lines, we have this long tab right here. And we're going to cut all that out and cut this side out. And you're going to make sure you cut it on the outside of the score line because you want your score line completely gone. And cut it down to that score line. And then you have this little flap here left, and I'm just going to take a little pizza wedge out of that. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Down to that score line, and then take a little pizza wedge out. So you should have something that looks like this. Okay. Then we're going to fold our little tabs up and give them a little burnish. Okay. And then we're going to simply fold this up, creating a little pocket. Now, I left plenty of room on the side because the candy bar is kind of thick. But before we put that on there, we're going to take our little piece of paper here, our sticker paper. Now, I will tell you, the sticker paper is a little bit of a booger. So after we cut this down, it is now 4 inches. 4 inches this way. And down to the score line is 6 inches. So I'm going to cut this just a little short because I want some of the black. On my prototype, I did not leave any of the black showing, and I kind of wanted the black showing. So this one I'm going to do a little bit differently. We're going to cut this down to 3 3/4. And then we're going to cut it down to, well, no, we don't need 6 because we got a pocket going up. So I'm just going to cut it down to maybe 5 1/2. Okay. Leave this over to the side just for a minute. And then we're going to put that down just like this. See, I like it better with the black showing around. My first one, I didn't do that. Now I'm going to attempt to peel this off. They don't give you any finger holes or anything like that. And your pokey tool really does not help you a lot. You just kind of have to get a corner going, and then you can get it off. Okay, so then I'm just going to try to eyeball this, because unlike glue, when it's stuck, it is stuck. Okay, so I'm just going to put that down there. Leave a little black border on it. Then I'm going to take some of our art glitter glue and put some glue on our little tabbies. Now you could use tape on this if you wanted to as well. I just don't have any tape right now, so I am using glue. I have 1-inch tape, that's way too big. Okay, and I'm just going to smooth that down. Isn't that cute? And then I don't know, it just worked out the way that it did. There's a little word that says spooky right here. So I'm going to cut some of the paper off the top so I can highlight the little spooky part. And that's going to go on here in the middle, like so. Get this out of the way. Maybe I'm back in my glue before I lose it. Okay. So once again, we'll just fight with the paper a little bit. If you fold it back and then fold it, it usually comes off. It's just a matter of getting that corner separated. Just a wee bit. Like I said, it doesn't really help with your pokey tool at all. I find my fingernails work a little bit better than the pokey tool. But I just have to keep pulling at it. Okay. Then I'm going to put that kind of centered in there. This is spooky. Isn't that cute? And then when my metallic pen, I did a de-stash last year and I got rid of every single one of my Halloween stamps. But that's okay. So I'm going to make these for my grandchildren, and then I got to do 2 more for my little adopted grandchildren. So, and I'm just going to write their names. So Lily. And I love this silver metallic marker. It came from the Dollar Tree. And then I'm just writing Happy Halloween. On the back like that. And then, where'd the candy bar go? I'm just going to slide the candy bar in. And it fits so nicely in there. And then I can just hand these out. Now this is my prototype. This one I went all the way to the edges with the paper. And I wish I'd left a border, but that's okay. They're still both very cute. And that's just something quick and easy that you can do for Halloween with the kids. And, even the kids might want to join in and do this with you. But I like doing it myself. I just think it's so cute. They don't need tons of candy. And I think a big candy bar is good and fun to hand out. So, alright guys, that is my Halloween project for this week. Next week I have a really big project and I'm excited to get started on that one. So until next Halloween, until next Tuesday for Halloween in August, I will see you all soon. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. And maybe one day I'll learn to talk plainly. Have a good day guys. Bye.